Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss whether or not Kentucky Owl has a cult-like following. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Tim Swyatt, Kathy Cool, and Demetri Kane.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey,
How you doing?
Oh, so yeah, we've got this topic we're going to talk about. Does Kentucky Owl have a cult-like status in the bourbon world? We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Tim?
Speaking of cult-like followings, have you guys seen that there is a green comet that is going to streak across the sky on February 2nd? It's going to be closest to the Earth of 26 million miles away. And the last time this passed Earth was the Upper Paleolithic era, where Homo sapiens are believed to have left Africa and settled in Asia and Europe at that time. So Neanderthals still walked the Earth when this comet last passed in February 2nd, 2023. I guess my first question is does that get you excited? Because my sponer's out big time on this one. I am a pretty good space fan and like some of that stuff, and I try to drive out as far as I can to be able to see some of that. My sponer, yes. Yeah, space boner, correct.
I think we just need to coin that right now.
Where's
Katie when we need
the Oxford Dictionary.
Are you colorblind? So why does the color of it even matter to you?
Do you know that
it doesn't matter to me? It's just it's cool. You see the whole trail of the comet and everything.
You're colorblind. You're not going to be like, oh, look at that green comet. You'll have no idea. They'll be like,
oh, that's no idea.
Well,
but it's going to look great.
Every other shooting star. Like, how will you know it's the right one?
Yeah, he doesn't know because he can't tell.
You don't know.
Brighter or bigger than a regular shooting star, maybe.
I don't know. I think a shooting star.
I'm excited though, Tim. I like astrology, so I like spacey things. I'm very excited about this too.
This one's going to bring the crazies out. We're just going to start hearing about this. This is going to be like, oh my God, the world's falling. Oh, this is going to be something else.
How does anybody know when the last time was here? There's no records.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does anybody know?
Math.
There's no math.
No math on this. There's no way.
No, there's no math. Yeah. Okay, this is happening today. Figure out to me when the last time it happened. Well, how do you figure that out? I don't know how you figure that out.
History, not math. History.
No, it's not history. Because how do you know that it came when nobody wrote about it?
Exactly.
You base it on the elliptical trajectory.
This sounds made up.
No.
You bring out your compass and your protractor and you figure it out from time where how long it's going on the angles and the speed that it's potentially going at. And you can forecast it out.
I no longer care.
Yeah. It's like Rob Clariday came in the store and I was like, you know what I'd like to do at some point is get a streaming view of our oddity shelf because it always changes and it'd be just kind of cool. And it doesn't show really customers in the store because it's up on the wall. It'd be nice to have a camera on there and it'd be in the store all the time. It'd be kind of cool. But it's like, I don't know how to do it. I know how to put a camera on, but I don't know how to do it. And he's like, it's real simple. You take the camera and then you stream it to the internet. And I was like, yeah, I get that it has to be streamed. How do you stream it, Rob? Well, I don't know how to do that. Me either. I understand conceptually it's streamed. I don't know how you stream it. That's the missing thing. How you actually stream something. I don't know. What do I do with it? Once I can turn the camera on, I can get it where it's projecting. I don't know how it goes from the camera on the computer out to the world. I don't know. I don't know.
Steve,
No one knows.
When I stop by the barrel shop, I'll help you out.
You can do this too.
Of course he can.
We've got streaming cameras on barrels and stuff. We also have one for a gator. We recently put one on a gator.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Not an alligator, Kathy.
Okay.
A motorized vehicle.
I was just wondering. I was. I was like, is this a piece of farm
no,
equipment,
this is Demetrius we're talking about. It could be an alligator.
It is a wild alligator.
Shut up.
In Missouri.
Not
in Missouri. You can't have an alligator in Missouri.
We put an alligator camera out on the docks to look for alligators.
Oh wait, yeah, because he has Louisiana people too. Is it a Louisiana alligator?
Well, yes.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I
Did
thought they were
Claire
French.
help you with that? Did he help you get that all set up? He said, Demetrius, here's what you need to do. Here's how you do it. You stream it to the internet. You're like, oh, okay. Now I know how to do it. Okay. Yeah.
What's interesting about this comet, though, is only discovered in March of 2022.
Yeah.
And then they realized they've done the math at the NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab.
Then they've done the math. They're like,
exactly. It's been 18,930,412 days since the comet last completed.
What if someone forgot
orbit?
to carry a 1? I mean, that could change the
You
whole thing.
can't stream on the internet. People are doing math. It happens.
I still don't understand what other factors do we need? We haven't seen this thing. We're assuming it's going to hit on this day. There's no
they can
previous
tell how
records
fast
of it.
it's going because they found it coming across Jupiter, and they can by the images that they take and the time frames that they take it, and they can forecast in what speed it's going. Then if they can get the trajectory of where it's going, then they can forecast out where it loops around and comes back around.
I don't think so.
We need Mr. Bill on here. He was in the Air Force, wasn't he? He knows about these vectors and things.
No,
I think he knows more about UFOs than he's letting on.
Could be. Yeah.
So, I don't care about the comet.
Oh, yeah. Tim doesn't really either. He can't tell the difference.
Yeah, wait for it.
Yeah.
I totally missed the other one because I couldn't see everybody's around me. He's like, "Oh, look at the comet tail." Remember the last one in 2021
Halley's
or
Comet?
2020?
Did you see Halley's Comet when it came around? That was a big one. Did you see that?
Well, I was a young kid when that happened. And I believe I did. I thought I saw a trail in the sky and everything, but I wasn't.
When's the last time it came? It wasn't that long ago, was it? Was it when you were a kid? When's the last time Halley's Comet was here? I think it was like in the early 90s.
It came. I think I've seen it twice. Well, I believe to have seen it twice because
I thought it came
it's like
college.
76 years apart. So that's like if you're lucky, you see it twice in a lifetime.
Because
as a baby,
Mark Twain was born on Halley's Comet, and he died on it too. That's what I know.
McNew knows stuff for one.
Facts.
Look at McNew dropping
1986.
facts. Yeah, 1986.
1986 was the last time.
75 to 79 years.
Yeah.
So it was 1 year.
Yeah. You were 1 year old in 1986, Tim? I don't think so.
No. I was, what was I? I would have been 9.
9.
I didn't think yet.
Yeah. Wow. There you go. All right. Well, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Steve. Steve, what do you got? I've got MB Roland here. So, yeah.
Oh, nice, Steve. Yeah, great.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm thinking good things. And get this. Same bottle as Demetrius. Same bottle. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Same bottle shape. Yeah. Same glass manufacturer.
They stole his glass manufacturer.
They stole his because we know Demetrius makes his own glass too.
Yeah.
I do not make my own.
Of course. He makes his own glass. He gets sand.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
That does not have that.
Oh, yeah. There it is. It's right there. I see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There it is. There it is.
I don't think that's the same one.
Does yours have the little flare at the bottom?
It does not. Mine's straight.
Okay. All right. Then it is different. Apologies go out to MB Roland and to Nobleton's Distilling House. That was not as good as I had hoped for. I was hoping for good things. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it happens sometimes. It's just a disappointment. All right. Kathy, what do you got?
Oh, I have an MB Roland.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
This is a Westport whiskey pick. And it's coming in at 113.6 proof.
Kelsey.
Oh,
Okay. Enough to take the lead over me. So, Demetri, what do you got, man?
I've got a barrel sample.
Okay. No, not enough. McNew?
I have Starlight's Blackberry whiskey.
Oh. Kathy still got the lead, just barely. Tim, you're next.
Okay. I have a Kentucky Owl 11-year-old rye whiskey.
Okay.
So I'm following along with the cult topic here.
Nothing. Nothing. Kathy wins. Yeah, fair and square. Cheers, guy.
Cheers.
That was terrible.
Tim, do you try?
I know.
Yes. I even put my settings down to take it off the auto settings down to low, to medium, to high. I have it away from the mic. I have it close to the mic. I have it. It's very I have performance issues.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about what are we talking about today? Kentucky Owl, does it have a cult-like status? We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Yeah, happy visitors.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are talking about Kentucky Owl, and do they have a cult-like status?
Do they? Do they have a cult-like status? What do you guys think? Does Kentucky Owl, do they fall under cult-like, according to this article? They were like, oh, so they got a new drop coming out and they got this cult-like status. I mean, I don't think so. Maybe they did prior to the
purchase
bought out. Yes. I
Yes.
think that's what got them the interest to get on the radar to be bought out. But I think after that, I don't think they have a cult-like status at all. I feel like they need some recovery. Actually, they need to get back to their roots. Is what I feel. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so I would say that Old Carter right now has more of a cult-like status than Kentucky Owl does.
Yeah, yeah, Old Carter. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Old Carter, but yeah, they definitely have a cult-like status. Willet clearly has a cult-like
Yes.
status.
Very much
They
so.
people, they come on there like, we got a $700 bottle. People line up around the building. Can't get enough. Take my 700, please. Can I only buy one? It's just
People are
amazing.
climbing in like in World War Z, climbing over the wall of the zombies, climbing over each other,
Yeah.
trying to get there.
Yeah,
It's like
can't get quick enough.
obnoxiously
Yeah.
ridiculous.
They got to just be laughing and be like, let's fuck it. Let's charge them 700 and see what happens. They'll be like, no, we're not going to sell a bottle. There's a line out the building. And they're like, oh, my God.
I appreciate that, though. Whistle Pig did the same thing with Boss Hog. You know what? Secondary market, you want to flip it for this is what it's going for? We're going to mark it up here and see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't mind that on certain offerings if they do it.
But
You know?
I'll say this. Like for Willet, it's worked fine. There's popular. They're more popular today than they were yesterday. Tomorrow they'll be more popular than they are today. I don't think that's the case with the Boss Hog in that. I feel like
yep.
Whistle Pig's fallen off the deep end. They're in the Kentucky Owl territory. What happened to Smooth Ambler? There's this whole pool of was super hot, the hottest thing going for a while, and now what are they doing? There's a group of them, and
It's a
that's
contradiction, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I think it has to that they flooded the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get greedy and you flood the market with products because you get bought out and you trade upon a name that loses its luster.
Yeah, and then Smooth Ambler had the issue of where they were buying and blending or whatever they were doing. Then they made their own, and it didn't hold up. Like they should have kept doing what they were doing, honestly.
Just keep it going. Yeah, because they're as hot as can be. That's for sure. So
They were.
yeah.
But that's the trick when you're blending.
It
And
is.
you're purchasing. If you're going to come out with a product after that's your own, doesn't it need to mirror what you've been putting
I don't
on
know.
the market?
Well, it depends on your strategy.
Or
Yeah.
be similar, but I think it needs to be as
These guys didn't do that.
have to have
They did the complete opposite, where they're like, hey, what we used to do, it's gone. Matter of fact, we're discontinuing that line. Ultimately, sell it off. And I was holding up New Riff there for the audience. Doesn't help. So New Riff, they probably had the best take on that ever. Is just, hey, we're not doing that anymore, and here's our stuff now. And it worked for them.
Their OKI had a cult-like following. It probably
It did.
does if I wanted to look into it, but OKI had a cult too for a long
They
time.
did. Okay, I definitely did. And I don't know that New Riff has a cult-like following. They just have. They have
I feel like they do here in St.
Yeah,
Louis.
people get excited about their single barrels for
They have
sure.
a strong following. I wouldn't say it's cult-like though. Cult-like is that's a different level. It's a different level. Another thing too is New Riff is very affordable. I think cult-like involves you paying more than it's probably worth, and I feel like New Riff is very fair on their pricing. Their stuff is.
And that's the thing with the cult
And they're
thing.
attainable.
You won't
Yeah.
find it on a shelf. So like there's still Kentucky Owl St. Patrick's Day ones all over Indiana. Like little mom and pop shops still have it, like $300 or $400, but nobody's running in there to buy it. If people can't drop $700, they're not doing it for some of the Kentucky Owls.
Yeah.
It's still very much on the shelves here.
Demetri's one of the most unusual individuals because he came out with the first whiskey he ever sold was 4 years old, right? You waited until it was your stuff was at least 4 years old before you started selling it, right?
5.5.
5.5. It was at least 5.5 years old. Yeah,
Yeah,
as most people do. No, you have to be like a gazillionaire to do that normally.
He
Demetrius
waited for like a kindergartner to mature in the barrel.
Yeah, exactly. So
Waited till the bourbon can color in its own lines and stay on track.
that
And
was,
knew
do a
his own
word puzzle.
address and phone
that was
number.
key. Yeah.
Yes.
Reading.
It seems
For
like
their own
Demetrius,
cereal.
he may end up, his brand may turn into a cult-like following at some point. It's not there yet, but it may get there. We'll see. He's going into Costco, so that's the key part.
Well, I'm holding on to all my signed bottles then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They'll be empty,
But
but
yeah,
I'll have them.
probably
Fill it
signed.
up with iced tea. Nobody be the wiser, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I did with all my Pappy.
Yeah.
That's right.
One bottle I had, filled it with iced tea and sold it for a dude for $2,000. No.
There you go. There you go. People would never know because they never open it. So yeah,
Correct.
it'd be fine. Yeah, that's a victimless crime because if you sell it for $2,000, they're just going to put it on Instagram and be like, oh, look at what I got. Yeah, it's a trophy, never to be drank. So yeah.
And if they do, they're being for a surprise of some very watered down peach tea.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Of course, you're kidding. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
You know, I find it interesting because the Kentucky Owl brand itself, you know, I was just saying they had some turnover here recently too. The family's out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're out.
So they got one of the old is John Rea is now over there now, and he was 40 years at Four Roses. He's now the master blender over there now, which is an interesting take too. So you've got a whole turnover of stuff, and they're at batch 12, and this batch 12 just came out of $400 a bottle.
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
and David Mandel works there too, right? The old Bardstown Bourbon Company guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they got a strong team there.
Yeah, strong team.
If anybody can turn this around, maybe those guys can. But yeah, the pricing is wow.
Yeah, they need to rethink that.
Yeah, it's just tough.
Yeah, I think it's, I think that's kind of a hard thing because, like, yeah, it's cool to have that cult-like status, but at the same time, it's like, what's your end goal? I want people to drink my bourbon and hang out with me.
Right.
Like, I want people to grab a bottle and share it with a bunch of friends around the barbecue. And like, to me, it's like, I like hitting that sweet spot of like the people that hang out with me that I grew up with can afford to buy my stuff, because what's the fun if you can't share it with the people that you enjoy, So
Oh, my God, I feel like if we were all in a room together podcasting, we just hold each other and cry right now.
I'll be swaying with our arms around each
We'd
other.
mix out, and you just hear the
Kumbaya.
tears flowing, people crying.
somebody get their guitar and let's sing Kumbaya.
I have to say, who's
Right?
got the 6-string guild?
Yeah. So there you go. It's up to you guys. Do you think they have a cult-like status? I tend to disagree with that, and I think that they need to kind of find their way again. They've kind of strayed, and hopefully, like I said, I like Kentucky Owl. I've liked their products in the past. Some of the stuff has been actually fantastic. So
Yes.
I'm hoping good things for them. But hopefully they can get the ship righted. So we'll see. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I would love to have at least 2 followers on my Instagram machine at KK Cask Strength.
All right, Tim.
You can find me on Instagram with 3 followers at SwyGuy2112.
All right, Demetri.
One's my mom.
You can find me on Instagram at Demetri_Kane, and the same on Instagram. I have more followers than that. And or at Nobletons, and anybody that wants to follow me can. I never post, so.
Oh, fair enough. One time, Phil Collin, the great Phil Collin, said to me, the name, because your last name's Kane. I don't know if you're related to Michael Caine, but his last name's Kane. And he said the proper way to say it, though, is to say my cocaine. And I was like, no. And he's like, and then I was like, and then I got to think about it. If you do hear how he says his name, it's like my cocaine. It's right. It's like if you say my cocaine, that's the way he says his name. My cocaine.
Kind.
Michael Caine. Yeah.
Nature kind.
Caine. Yeah. You need to have another kid named him Michael, so you have your own Michael Caine. So
I'm trying to convince my brother to have a daughter. I'm trying to say, if you have a kid and it's a girl, you should name her Hura. Like a good Greek name.
Hurricane. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
But that's bad luck in Louisiana.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. It takes some heat from the family. All right. McNew, how about you? Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV, and I'm very grateful my mom does not follow me.
Oh, I wish she did. That would be great. That would be great. You'd
No,
get in trouble.
so it'd be
McNew would be
amazing.
grounded a lot of times. It'd be awesome. Yeah. All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, it's abvnetwork.com. Please check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. And, of course, please come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop, where we sell single barrels. We have a great tasting bar, got an educational classroom, and so much more. abvbarrelshop.com to learn more. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
See you.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.